It's not about nature. There's something else again. But we have to find methods to drag the general people along in upgrade of humanity as such.
Yeah, I think
And that goes only through symbiosine, and that means that you find symbiosis with people who are outside your thought construct.
Yeah, about your comfort zone and connect.
Not comfort zone, but the thought construct, because there are so many people we just don't connect up with. And that is how I'm at least interpreting the symbiosine. I mean, symbiosine in context with the natural environment. That's another totally different story. And we lacking also there. We lack a lot of empathy.
The empathy has to go to the nature environment we live in, and also to ourselves and to other people around us, and not polarizing.
Exactly. And so I think this symbiosine event, part of the free cultural spaces, was at least in my context, and I also gave a lecture on that with my Totem of Togetherness.
You can tell about it while we have coffee.
It's about symbiotic between people, yes?
Yeah, it's more like maybe you know the for instance, Charles Eisenstein is a big fan of the movement of interbeing. That we are actually natural beings, because we forget that we are not only consumers, we are also natural beings. And that's part of this movement of symbiosines, that we are, we have to.
No, I think the symbiosine comes from the Anthropocene terminology that has been invented like 50 years.
It's
Anthropocene.
Anthropocene is the time we live in, so it's the geological time.
It's actually geology. It has something to do with geology, all these scenes, Holocene and so. But in recent history, we have been shaping the world to that extent as humans that somebody came up with the term Anthropocene, because it's all human related kind of, and
because the latest geological time frame we're in is the Holocene. So the Holocene was the period, I think, more than 10,000 years ago, when the Ice Age was kind of finished. Then the Holocene started, if I remember well.
I don't know that exactly, but I know that the Anthropocene is terminology that showed up,
exactly,
and then it's still discussable, of course. But and therefore they came up with the symbiosine as a kind of
next level,
an anti-movement, and kind of going back to that we are not anymore the focus of all developments, but we leave a bit of space for other species and stuff.
Like bees.
Okay.
Hans works together with the TU Delft also with this project about bees. So it's really a collaboration between science, city development, making city greener, and Hans is there for mainly, as I understand well, as like an artist intervention of how communities can be involved into creating more biodiversity in city by creating biotopes for
very
wild
beautiful.
bees.
Sometimes I think that.
Did you saw the shirt of Hans? His sweater.
Sorry.
It's with big names. It's Berlin, and Maxime is just arrived from Berlin.
Cool. Half of them is here, half of them is not in our catalog.
So why are there no eco-villages here?
Yeah. It was.
It was.
But this territory is occupied and,
No, that's occupied by the
and
Russians.
clear everything. That's
Yeah.
all territory was clear. This
So the eco-villages were just
Bakhmut is the city, big city. Maybe 100,000 people live here. Now it's clear. It's how to say that? It's ruins.
Yeah,
it's
destroyed,
nothing.
destroyed.
Destroyed everything, and hundreds of cities, little cities here destroyed, and of course eco villages too. There was a lot of eco villages in Donetsk region, Donbass region, and Crimea.
Is that true that the Russians prohibit use of pesticides? If you use pesticides on your farm, you're getting a fine that you may not use. Maybe it's a myth, but that's what I was that Russian politics prevents people from using pesticides.
I don't know about that, but I know that if they bombs this territory, and this territory it's poisoned.
also by the
Also,
by
of course,
chemical war,
all of this territory
Yeah.
is poisoned.
by grenades.
And we make a project. If you're interested, I will show you. It's a project to recover. I not input in this catalog, but it's project of recovering of territory. We use big project of recovering territory.
So there were a lot more eco-villages in Ukraine than in Holland. In Holland there are only little
That's it.
developed.
Holland is so big,
Yeah, it's
and then Ukraine is like
yeah,
you
yeah.
cannot. It's 2,000 kilometers or something.
yeah,
like
yeah, but
that.
it's also the
Can't
amount of
compare
people. If you
it.
compare it with 40 to 80 million, it's only half of the country. It's twice as big in
I
numbers
need
of people.
I need internet, and I will show you.
Ah.
If you give me internet, I will show you.
Yeah, I was busy with that actually.
Yeah, you can show me later also.